redesigning / rewriting Kung Fu Panda 4 for the 2-year anniversary. Part 2 out of 3, The Chameleon. Now, honestly, her design is pretty amazing as is. I actually love it a lot. Mwah! Chef's kiss. You'll see later on that all I do to change it is just give her more red on her scales and give her clothes more golden blue. So instead, we're going to focus on her origins, motivations, and plans instead, since that was the main issue from her character in the movie. All she remembered was she started off completely alone, traveling across valleys and cities just to get by. Not only that, but she was seen as a nuisance by everyone around her. A nothing. So when she's taken in by a wise old tortoise named Oogway, who asks her what her name is, she refers to herself as that. Je wen, she says, which means both empty person or nothing / to not have. Oogway takes this as a sign to care for her and indulge in her interest in Kung Fu, to help her find community and meaning within her own identity. Shi Wen trained alongside a teenage Shifu, finding herself becoming close friends with him due to their similar age and need for camaraderie. But the chameleon couldn't help but feel an animosity towards Shifu, for she knew that he was actually raised by Oogway, so no matter how much they tried to include her or show that they genuinely care about her, she feels like she couldn't reach the bond that they have. She thinks Oogway is just choosing favorites and therefore resents Shifu as a result. This all comes to a head when Oogway decides that he needs a new successor of his own, someone to help him overlook the Jade Palace in the Valley of Peace as a result, making Zhou Wen and Shifu fight for the same spot, once two close friends, now unwanted rivals. Zhou Wen shows promise in her Kung Fu skills, obtaining the unique ability to easily mimic her opponent's fighting style and mastering stealth with her shifting into colors of her surroundings. But because she mimics styles and has none of her own, and she refuses to form her own identity with the help of connecting with her peers, she falls behind, leaving Shifu to stick out and win the position. This is the straw that breaks the camel's back for Zhou Wen. Oogway was playing favorites. This made her completely snap at Shifu, and the two break out in a physical fight in their screaming match, with Shifu desperately trying to have Zhu understand that it was her lack of wanting to form identity and needed relationships that sealed her downfall in the end. She fails to listen though, swearing that one day she will be back to make Shifu and Oogway sorry for ever turning her away, and runs off, unaware that Shifu's warning would be her actual downfall in the end. During her journey of running off to who knows where, she eventually finds Juniper City, a desolate town filled with banditry, crime, and sorcery. The leader of the city, a madman sorcerer, happily takes her under his wing when she expressed interest in the dark arts, teaching her all that he knew, until eventually, after a decade of learning from him, she overthrows him and kills him, taking his place as the city's untouchable dictator. A decade after that, she takes in Zhen the same way as in the actual movie, making her a student, a twisted daughter in a sense, and an accomplice for her wicked plan of officially destroying the Jade Palace. Not consuming all the Kung Fu from past foes and becoming the most powerful Kung Fu master, she doesn't even want to take over the world. She just wants the Jade Palace destroyed to get back at Shifu and Oogway forever doubting her. But she will need the Dragon Warrior's staff to do it. If I had to compare my rendition of the Chameleon in my Kung Fu Panda 4 rewrite to anyone in fiction, it would either surprisingly be Alistair from Hazbin Hotel, or an even lonelier version of Aaron Burr, specifically from the Hamilton musical. Not Aaron Burr, the historical figure, that would be weird. And that is my redesign and rewrite of the Chameleon! Ah, she's so pretty!
I'm the chameleon. I do nothing but change.